This changes everything we knew about the Vault and could finally answer who the Dark Presence is. And everything we knew about the story. There's so much lore dumped in between BR, OG and LEGO Fortnite. And as I've always said, it's connected. So this possibly may be a massive video. And get them likes in early, chat. Let's aim for 5,000 likes in this video. I think it can be done. But first we're going to talk about Midas and Hope and the Vault. Midas and the Supernova Academy are collecting Zero Shards. Or at least that's the plan. With Hope saying, plus, if there's more shards out there causing problems, we really need the vaults. So it would appear the long-term goal for Hope and Midas is to reassemble the 0 point. But in the meantime, it seems like they're going to throw the shards into the vault. But it may not be smooth sailing. Hope clearly has doubts about Midas. I know what you're thinking. I agree with you. Trusting Midas is a risk. I'm impressed. Yeah, Midas is bankrolling the Supernova Academy, and our other special project, the Vault. And of course it seems like something Hope and Midas wanted to keep secret from the rest of the Academy. These notes, some are in Hope's handwriting, some are in Midas's. They're working together, huh? Why are these Supernova Academy documents marked with the Shadow insignia? Shadow mentioned in 2025, guys. I don't think the lore's ever been gone, but if you want to know who think the lore went, it might be back. Comment down below, Fortnite lore is back. Okay, there's been a lot of talk about the Vault, or the gates. For now, it's gone. Okay, maybe I was a little quick with that. It's a little glitchy at the moment, but you can interact with it. The 0 point portal is now interactable, and Midas will spawn there after interacting. A glitch version of Midas appears. Yeah, I was in game a little while ago and this wasn't appearing for me, or it was, but the interactable bit wasn't. So yeah, it's a little bit glitched at the moment. The Night Rose is analysing weak points in the archway in Utopia City. It might be a sort of gate. Eureka! The archway in Utopia City is a gateway to Hope and Midas' big secret, but what is it? At some point this was rumoured to be a game mechanic, like we could go in there, but maybe it was just that Midas would appear. Also, if you're enjoying the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe. As of recording, we're at 21,200 subscribers. Can we get closer to 25k by the end of the month? Let's make that dream a reality and hit that subscribe button. We've got some intriguing upcoming quest texture to dig into. First off, there's the Shadow insignia, now shown in a striking, ominous red. It seems to be connected or tied to an image of Demon's Domain, or at least what it once was. Mars Meadows, and the image underneath that is a picture of the chapter 4 map. And there's also some ongoing research into the spires, with some strange geometric shapes being used in the process. And seeing geometry used in Fortnite is nothing new, given the fact that the Last Reality embodies that, their logo, the cubes, and so much more. Now, the Last Reality is tied to sacred geometry, and that these shapes hold a significant spiritual or cosmic origin, or indeed a scientific one, as the Last Reality logo, in my opinion, is also a unit cell. But it gets even deeper. We now have blueprints of the Vault Gate, as well as images of Demon's Domain in LEGO. We have upcoming 0 point sprites as well. Now there's even an image of the chapter 4 map. What the image shows seems to be the fusion lines, or that's what I call them. If you're not aware, the chapter 4 map was created by Zero Fusion, so it pulled locations from different realities and formed them into the chapter 4 map. So it wasn't quite molded perfectly, so there were these formation lines. Does this hint at the chapter 4 map still being out there, somewhere, somehow? Or is it a reminder of just how important the Zero Fusion event was to everything we're seeing now? Because without the Paradigm reaching out and crucially discovering the refined kinetic ore to give to the Rift Warden Stellan, we might not be here at all. And that's one point everyone seems to gloss over. Before Paradigm disappeared, she left us with one final mission. She wanted us to bring the box of rocks to the quarry. I know it might sound like a tinfoil hat moment, but that box of rocks that Paradigm got had a refined kinetic ore, which the Rift Warden Stellan needed to better stabilise the Rift Gate. So Paradigm knew that the Rift Warden Stellan would be brought into this reality because of Zero Fusion, making that what you will. In New Hope text, interestingly, Hope mentions new realms. I've been painting something, it's hard to describe, like worlds between worlds. So I believe the guy who tweeted this adds the theory about the nothing. I mean, he's not wrong. The Foundation, back in one of the comics, said, "This armor has kept me alive in infinite realities in the nothing beyond them." Of course, we had the Cube Queen's tagline for her outfit, which is a terror beyond reality. And then we have the Spire Assassin, who's a guardian of a world beyond reality. So this is something that has been a concept and a theory quite a while in Fortnite, that beyond reality itself is the nothing. Of course, we also have the in-between, I guess you could be referring to. And apparently this is actually LEGO Expansions dialogue. And guys, there is so much more to sift through here. And before we get any further in today's video, if you've liked, subscribe, I appreciate it. But if you want to support me even more, consider using my support creator code MRJOY in the Fortnite item shop, #ad, #EpicPartner. Thank you to everyone who uses my code. It helps support the channel even more and helps me focus more time into creating content like this. Now, big news, if you make your way over to the Supernova Academy, the garden is opened up. For now, I'm going to call it the launch bay. Now, in the launch bay, if you notice the rules, they're kind of similar to what we see over in Utopia City. Now, at the Supernova Academy, we do have something like this, but it's a complete different art style. But of course, they're literally the same thing, just artistically done different. But back in Chapter 4, we had the same concept, but again slightly done differently artistically. Now, I believe these are star coordinates, or more precisely, this shows different realities. Now, some intersect and overlaps. So this art style wasn't present at Supernova Academy until the launch bay had opened up. So I believe that's definitely saying something. We have some interesting skillet dialogue. Now, I'm only going to point out the ones that really intrigue me. I've been watching Daigo, and I don't think he's in charge, not at all. I've been talking to the sprites about those spires that Daigo is summoning. No spires, they're tied to the dark presence in the spirit realm. The sprites are afraid of the spires, but they won't tell me why. These spires are something new, even to me, and trust me, I've seen a lot. Now, for two I mentioned now, we'll drive into the next point. He's powerful and dangerous, but he's taking orders from someone or something. And those spires are the whole point of all this, but why? Well, the why might be to change reality as we know it. It's getting worse out there, hero. The spires are trying to change the world into something else, something dark and strange. Killswitch says, sure, there's an evil unknown force determined to end the world, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy ourselves, right? With this Twitter leaker suggesting that it could be the nothing, and again, the evidence seems to be stacking up in favour of the nothing. So the something and the someone could be the nothing and the last reality. And the next bit of evidence is even harder to deny. Daigo and the Storm King are working together. Mass Daigo has minions from the Spirit Realm and the Storm King's realm. Just want to point out they sound like two different realms. I know there's a few other people that are suggesting they were the same. This is suggesting they're two different realms. If Daigo's minions weren't bad enough, now he's got the Storm King's beast working with him, and I think these are one of them. I feel like I've seen this character around in Save the World, but I just looked at the monsters in Save the World and nothing matched up, so maybe I'm dreaming. But I'm sure someone in the comments will be able to help me out. And in Fortnite OG, the bunkers will be blinking. Of course, this never happened in Chapter 1, so they're definitely teasing something. But the whole thing about Daigo and the Storm King working together does allude to the larger fact that the dark presence could be the nothing, given the fact that the Storm King is associated with the last reality. But the amount of LEGO Expeditions dialogue to go through for each character, including Jonesy, Hope, the Supernova Academy team, is ridiculous. And I'm sure that's going to take a while to straighten out, I suppose, for our theories and vision of the future of the Fortnite storyline to be a bit more precise. Although the Night Rose has some interesting dialogue. Millennia ago, I slew many warriors there. Good times, as Jones would say. The dark forces of the spirit realm tend to underestimate anyone under the age of 700 years old. Foolish of them, I slew my first Gash of the Koro when I was only 450 years old. That is in the past, now we look to the future. Now, we didn't get any more information about the event, the fall of the Supernova Academy, but we do have this loading screen added. And it does look pretty ominous, and they don't look in a good position, so maybe this loading screen is hinting to that fall. And the Spirit Realm takes over quite a bit. But guys, that's the end of the video. Comment down below if you want to talk about any theories that you may have. But until next time, it has been your boy, Mr. JY. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, it has been your boy, Mr. JY. Until next time, bye-bye. Watch this video, you may enjoy it.